My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to be playing the Silent Ascension 20. Let's go. Turn that off as well. Alright, choose for, I guess, all of those are garbage. Let's trade our starting relic. Remove 2 cards from the deck. Yeah, not really what I wanted there. Especially considering I could have gotten that as a result of, like, lose... Wait, what is the roll? It's lose 7 max HP or 99 gold or add a curse to your deck, and we could have removed 2 cards instead of losing our opening relic. None of these paths are particularly good. I guess it does depend on, like, I always start in this space in particular, but it does depend ultimately on exactly how early I find an aggressive card as to which of these paths I can go on. Maybe not necessarily an aggressive card, but a card that allows me to win fights. That could be an aggressive card. It can also be a really slow value generation card. Might do it. Noxious Fumes, I'm looking at you. Sure, we get skill this early. I mean, we probably go here on the left then. Upgrade the skill, go for elite. Rest, possibly, go for another elite. Skira's pretty damn powerful, yo. Specifically just for hunting early bosses and elites. I keep taking damage that I have no way of avoiding. Like, I started with this base deck, there's nothing I could really do against a lot of these hits. Caltrops, Escape Plan, and Well-Laid Plans. Caltrops is really good later in Ascension 20. Alright, who's our boss this floor? Ugh, Slime Boss. That makes Caltrops harder to use. I'll take a Well-Laid Plans. Hold the skill for the right turn. I'll buy 2 potions. And hell, I'll even take both of those. So Well-Laid Plans, at the very least, is going to be a little bit of extra value for me in the turn afterwards. I should hold Skewer as the card I hold right up until it's lethal against the cultist. That seems effectively like the best damage I'm going to be able to do. Neutralize for the kill. No, neutralize. Defend as much as I possibly can, and then neutralize for the kill next turn. Letting enemies get out, get out of control is a little bit too much. Endless Agony for a little bit more damage as well. Let's upgrade Skewer. I'd like to upgrade Neutralize in the next space, but depending on how the regen potion goes for us, we might not be able to. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna use the Ghost in the Jar here in order to prevent the incoming of 15 damage this turn. I hate that this skill goes by. Because it was the bottom of the first shuffle, it disappeared a lot earlier than I really wanted it to. So I'm going to play it once in 2 shuffles of the deck rather than 2 times in 2 shuffles of the deck. It's just a wee bit tragic. At the very least, this turn I get to double defend, and I get to hold a survivor for the next turn. Making sure that I have at least some defense coming up. Which was absolutely necessary. Oh, God. Just gonna hold on to that skill, use it next turn. And now hold on to the strike. No possibility of drawing into lethal. Probably should have held a defense just to guarantee that I would have fully defended this turn. Yeah, I have to rest in the next position. I desperately wanted not to. Well, hang on. Do I have to rest in the next position? Pocket Watch whenever you play 3 or less cards during your turn. Draw 3 additional cards at the start of your next turn, as well as another skill. Yeah, I have to. The big problem is that if I fight the Lagavulin, which is the worst fight that we have upcoming, transfer, whenever an enemy dies, transfer any poison it has to a random enemy. If I had to fight the Lagavulin, my worst combat, then I likely would have had all of the damage dealt to me fast enough that it would have been a problem. Because they do 20 on the first hit, 20 on the second hit. Damn it! We could have gone for the upgrade. Molten Egg, whenever you add an attack into your deck, upgrade it, as well as a lot of things that aren't attacks, uniquely. We'll take none of those. Alright. Pocket Watch and Skill being in the same deck is ridiculous. We have a lot of draw value. It's just our damage isn't really good enough right now. Oh my god, another pre-upgraded skill? Flying Knee is actually also really good here to give us extra energy for our other skills. Yeah, we don't want 3 skills in the same deck. This is really good because it means the last that grew is only 8 damage from death, which meant that 2 strikes was going to be enough to kill, but thankfully also we could kill without 2 strikes, instead with just a single flying. My god, another skill? Sure, they're going to push through this slime boss for us at the very least. Neat to have that going for us. Alright. Could have been better, could have been worse. Terra. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous here, obviously. If I can remove a target from the field here, I'm obliged to do so. And I can. Just because it saves me so much HP to do so. You know what? I'm also going to use a regen potion. Card draw is never really going to be the big problem for us, so I'm going to use Swift Potion here to try and draw, hopefully into Survivor. Or alternatively, Neutralize also would have been a great pickup there for us. Alright, fine. That's death. Lock Potion, as well as Quick Slash and Predator. My god. I feel like we have to upgrade Terra. But I'm also pretty certain if I don't rest, I'm dead. Alright, I'm not going to use Neutralize here. Big reason being I want the extra draw from the Pocket Watch, because I'm just looking for a more powerful skill, which we found. Beautiful. So this is the ability to instantly destroy one of you. I'll retain another skill for the next turn. Beautiful. So yeah, as it turns out, I did not need to rest before this boss fight, but... This was close enough that I'd rather be safe than sorry. Die. So, in Venom... Not in Venom, but Corpse Explosion is what I was considering when I was thinking about the Specimen. But the thing is, with Corpse Explosion, you take Specimen as a kill. Sorry, you take a Corpse Explosion as a kill of all targets, so the Specimen doesn't trigger. But the Corpse Explosion is really good for sharing the damage that you have on one target to all targets. And this does a lot of single target damage and no AoE damage, so Corpse Explosion is perfect fit. And Snack Away. At the start of your turn, draw 2 additional cards, start each combat confused. Obviously incredible for us, because we have the 2 cost and 2 cost and so much extra draw in this deck. Courtesy of the Pocket Watch, the removal of 2 1-cost cards from the deck, and the Predator. I didn't even want to call Snack Away, but it's absolutely everything that I wanted. I feel really lucky to have it. It could still completely screw us. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. It could completely backfire, and this could be awful. But it's more likely to be good than bad, and it's more likely to be transformative positively than negatively. So I've got to make sure that I don't play extra cards if I don't need to. Specifically, Pocket Watch extra cards if I don't need to. Okay. So I don't have the ability to kill this turn. That's fine. Couple copies of Dash and this deck just takes off. Specifically because defense is the one big thing missing from this deck. I can't believe, by the way, that we immediately got Dash after I said that. Very, very lucky. Terra. At the very least, we didn't upgrade Terra, so upgrading Terra wouldn't have mattered anything because of the Snack Away. So, at the very least, we were saved from doing that. Seems semi-relevant. I'm not going to retain any of those cards in my hand because they're all really high cost. Endless Agony is obviously a really bad card with this deck, but I couldn't have known that at the time that I took it. Poison Stab, Prepared, and Deadly Poison, no thank you across the board. I am actually worried about my potency against bosses right now. I fear I might take the path that has absolutely no elite combats. Removal strikes obtain 5 bites. That's 4 strikes we lose. We get 5 bites, but all of those bites are upgraded because of the Molten Egg. That's actually really good. Finally have a way in the deck to heal up. I probably shouldn't have devalued the Pocket Watch there. That was a bad play on my part, I would say. My gosh. We're really not going to be able to do anything about that. Wow. I was certain we were going to be able to kill that turn. This is why I went for all of the damage. I obviously should have been biting there. God damn it, Ryan. Choke. Deal 12 damage whenever you play a card this turn. The enemy loses 5 HP. I don't really play that many cards in a single turn. Like, specifically, I don't do that. Move the card from the deck. Neat. We probably want the Endless Agony out of there now. Corpse Explosion getting upgraded. It's pretty big. The other skill getting upgraded is pretty big as well. I'm concerned that this Terror is a card that, while it's really, really powerful, I can never play it. It's got a little bit of that sense to me right now. I'm gonna gamble through literally all of these cards because they're all absolutely garbage and I just need something kind of powerful. Well, at least we're back in more defense. It's good to finally have. Let's retain a bite just so I can try and get as many of those off as possible. This turn is bite twice. And then it's just giant skill next turn. Gotta try and heal up at the end of the combat. Deadly Poison, Bane, and Tactician. Nothing doing there. Yeah, weakening all of these. God damn it. Weakening all enemies at the start of each combat is actually really, really good for us, and I don't want to give them all of my money. So specifically going for the fight option there, but misclicked. 14 to kill that frontliner. I'm going to prevent the loss of the dex here. Just because with bad luck, we could be in this combat for a lot longer than I'd like. Oh, corpse explosion, really? Alright. Unfortunately, it is pretty important that I do it in that way, just so that I can draw a skill for the kill next turn, because otherwise I am going to take a ridiculous amount of damage here. Alright, Red Mask at the start of each combat apply 1 weak to all enemies, as well as... can't take any of those. Bag of Marbles at the start of each combat apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Really good for us, even if just to remove artifacting from those enemies. Okay. Single bite is 4 damage to the front line. That is not enough to put them on the ground. Damn. Gonna have to bite you twice then. I can just dash to hit the back line and then maintain the... I can't retain the Predator, actually. I'll just dash to hit the back line, and then my not playing any other cards, I get extra draw from the Pocket Watch. So it kind of still works. Thank you for coming in clutch with all of the damage on the turn we needed, and I still didn't use my goddamn bites. Ryan! Ninja Scroll. At the start of each combat, add 3 shapes to your hand. They are added to our hand, not drawn. As a result of that, they are actually just free damage for us. Woo! Speaking of free damage, Shuriken. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strength. We just get 1 strength from the Ninja Scroll in the opening turn. Flying Knee is also really good still with this deck. I just hold on to the skewer and kill him with the next turn. Also, any low-cost bites don't go awry. Hang on. 10, 10, 20, 25, 25. I can only use 1 bite. And then it has to be skewer for the kill. Deflect. I mean, it's 0 cost, but it doesn't actually help us that it's 0 cost at all. Okay. I don't want to rest before this boss fight, but I think it's correct. mean, it all works in the end. Giant skewer upcoming. My god, look at those bites. That said, I think I have to dash here instead. Definitely wanted the giant skewer to be upcoming, but our defense comes first. Or at least should. Okay, flying me, dash is fine as well. The enemy is only going to get harder to hit from here on out. I think I actually have to start killing them. One more skewer and a couple more bites. Beautiful. Never mind, we're fine. Yeah. I was worried about the enemy getting to the turn where they have execute, and because I had such a high stack on me of vulnerability, the enemy was probably always going to have vulnerability on that execute, and that's just a lot of damage. In Venom, Phantasmal Killer and Afterimage, Phantasmal Killer here is actually uniquely interesting. We'll take it. It's also a card that I don't have to upgrade to try and get its upgraded cost, because its upgrade is a reduction of its mana cost, which Snecko Eye is already overriding. Here we desperately want just energy, just like a blank energy. Sozu, fine. Obviously really important because of the... Ah, yes! Donu and Deca means that the Corpse Explosion pickups are really good in particular. But obviously the Sozu, the extra energy from Sozu in particular is really good because I have those... Shurikens. Shurikens? Because I have those skills that need to go off, particularly impactfully. Yeah, I suspect we're not going to the heart with this build. Sorry to let you down, but it was very unlikely we were going to be able to do that. Really wish I could have just held that final skill. Yeah, because I was worried about exactly this happening. Can't believe you got me. It's okay if it works out in the end. Energy Potion, I would take it, but this Sozu... Eviscerate. Eviscerate does have its cost randomized every time we draw it. I mean... If it costs 2, I play that. I should have taken the Eviscerate available in the last store as well. It was a store last floor. I wasn't thinking about its synergy with Snecko Eye at the time, but I should have been. That's a big Eviscerate. And yet there's no reason that I should still take damage that turn. Wild that we almost did. This deck still needs more defense. Like a leg sweep. I'd feel okay about having a leg sweep, but a leg sweep, a footwork, and maybe a couple other defensive cards, and I would start to feel actually comfortable. There we go. Attack, throw, acrobatics, and accuracy. No, thank you. We will go for a possible card removal here at the very least. If not a card addition, what card would I add? Get a second copy of here. Maybe we want a second copy of Corpse Explosion. But the deck is relatively thin at 24, so we probably shouldn't need that. It's like these basic strikes are... These basic bites are actually some of the worst cards in our deck. The Neutralize is actually really, really bad at this point as well. Being a 0 cost that's randomizing its cost to other costs. I'll save the rest of my money for hopeful later shops. Going to a bunch of question marks, so it's not unlikely I find more. Remove a card and upgrade a random card. Well-laid plans is actually really important, despite the fact that it still costs. Terror is really important. Dash, Predator, they're all really important. I suspect I just upgrade a card here. Okay. There's another skill. My God. It's card removal, and at this point, I actually will be removing a bite. Yeah, the bites are good. Yeah, I don't regret putting them in my deck, but I still need to remove them if they're causing problems for us. And because I'm not finding more defensive cards to pick up, I kind of just have to get rid of some of the aggressive cards that I have in order to balance out my deck a little bit better. I specifically did it like that for the extra energy, despite the fact that that did less damage, because it means that, yeah, a skill this turn, 18 by 6 is lethal, yeah. It meant that I would be able to reach for lethal next turn. Nope. Oh, Singing Bowl. When adding cards to your deck, you may raise your max HP by 2 instead. What elites kill me? Bad draws against the Nemesis. Reptimancer almost certainly kills me. Cool, I can't fight any elites this floor. I suspected that was the case initially, but it's good to have that clarification. If I can't find extra defensive cards, I'll upgrade the defense that I already have in the deck. Somehow I don't think that's going to fly against the final bosses in the run, but, you know, we'll try it. Whew. Okay. All's well that ends well. Bunch more stuff I don't really want. I will take the maximum HP every time it's offered to me, though. Great. So while I will take a hit this turn, it was really important I played the well-laid plans there so that I have the ability to retain cards. And it's really important, basically every hand that I hold a skill. Okay. Enemy has 4 more turns on this field. Ridiculous. Okay. Thankfully, this double damage skewer is enough. Ooh. No, I'll play this Phantasmal Killer. Hold that. Damage goes down to 0 because of the poison, and now I can just giant skewer. Lovely. That's really good damage, though. Oh, I'm so pleased with it. A whole ass skill build. Backstab is a problem. Opens in my opening hand. Really good, but because it's innate and I think I got it after Snack Away, because of those two things, it won't work. It will randomize its cost on draw. I really still need to figure out exactly what's going on with the Snack Away screwery that occasionally happens. We do kill quite quickly. We can probably take these down. Ooh, corpse explosion as well. Yeah, I just get to take 24 here. Oh, God. Yeah, thankfully, we won't end up dying, but yikes. Gambling chip at the start of each combat, discard any number of cards and then draw that money. Kind of actually important for us. I'll take a backflip as well, just because I haven't been able to find any defensive cards, and that'll have to do. I'll probably save the Dex Potion for the second combat, because the first combat should be actually a little easier for us. So killing the backliner is obviously the most important thing that we can do here. Corpse Explosion applies the poison, and then applies the debuff afterwards when this enemy dies, deal its damage in max HP to all enemies. So I can apply that right now, and it'll actually still go through. I'll also well-laid plans and backflip, because we do want some defense this turn. Okay, one more attack card there, and then hold on to a giant skill. I suspect we'll win this boss fight, and probably not the next one. If I had to guess, I would say that's the most likely outcome here. Don't really want to play the Phantasmal Killer, but I do want to play the Phantasmal Killer. Damn it. I desperately wanted to play the Phantasmal Killer that turn, but I was probably not going to be able to play much of the skill next turn. It just didn't seem the right turn for it. Alright. Big ol' skewer. I hope I get a hell of a lot of defense this turn, because otherwise I am dead. I have no weakness in this deck. Alright, so the incoming damage is 36, so I do actually need to drop this defend if I want to live. And then next turn I have this Fire Potion. That's actually not going to be enough. Right, backliner takes 33 with 52. 52, 33 is 85. So we need 20 more damage. So we've got that. The problem is then that we also need more damage on Decker. I'll show you exactly what I mean, because I'm pretty sure there's no way that I can... Hang on, can I work around it now? No, I can't work around it now. Yeah, if I use the Corpse Explosion, I die. If the Corpse Explosion was 1 cost, we would have lived this turn. But we can Abyss the backliner, throw out the Bite on the backliner as well, and throw out the Skewer. All in service of getting the backliner to the point where I can blow them up like that, and then they don't die. Now, I could have held off on using the Bite on the backliner there, and just blown them up with the Explosion Potion, but the Bite itself wasn't going to be enough to kill Decker afterwards. So we still die. That's really unfortunate. That was a really, really, really good run. It did need Snake Away to get to that point. Otherwise, we were just going to drown on not having any energy in the second floor. Not being able to find a single copy of Leg Sweep was really, really, really transformatively bad for this deck, unfortunately. So another copy of Dash also would have been really good. Another way to gain a large amount of block kind of singularly as that character. Other options would have also included picking up some Wraith Forms, although significantly less likely considering it's a rare card. Is there much more defense in there? Like, it is Leg Sweep, Dash. Crippling Cloud also would have been really nice, specifically for applying the weak and the AoE. We didn't get really much weak application over the course of the entire thing, is another concern of ours. So yeah, Crippling Cloud, another copy of Dash, another copy of, like, any copy of Leg Sweep showing up in particular, or any copies of Wraith Form, all would have saved that deck at any point. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.